Democratic Senator Frank Lautenberg of New Jersey. He's introduced legislation in the Senate dealing with what he calls the terror gap. Thank you so much, Senator, for joining us today. For people at home, thank you. For people at home who don't know what the terror gap is, explain that to them.
Well, there is a way that someone who's on the terror watch list, these are people who we ought to be careful about, can get a gun. And right now it's just an open thing. There is a check that goes on, routine, and guns are given. We had over 1,200 applications from people who were on the terror watch list, and 90% of them were able to get a permit to buy a gun. And that is not a satisfactory situation.
Senator, I think that bears repeating so people truly understand. 1,228 times someone on the terror watch list. They're on the list. They are suspected of perhaps having some kind of tie to terrorism. They tried to buy guns, and in 91% of those cases, they were given the okay. I think a lot of people at home, sir, would find that to be unbelievable. How could this loophole exist? You would think that no matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican, you would want that gap closed. So why isn't it?
Well, we're going to make sure that it is, because we're saying that anybody who is on that watch list that applies for a permit is going to be second reviewed by the Attorney General. We want that review to be a secondary thing so that we know absolutely that this person is free of any connection with a terror mission. It's a terrible situation. It's an opening that shouldn't be there. We've been talking about this for a couple of years now and unable to crash it through. But I think now we're in a position.
Who is resisting?
Why?
Who is resisting?
Well, right now the resistance has lowered substantially. The NRA in a poll had over 80% of their people say we should close that terror watch gap, and we're encouraged by that, and that's why the mayor's here, and we're working on it now, and I believe that we'll be able to get it done in the very near future, and I don't believe that there's going to be resistance within the Senate. Certainly, we're on to this.
All right, Senator Frank Lautenberg, we greatly appreciate you coming on today. We greatly love talking to you. Thank you, sir.